Hey folks, Luxinda Swirl here. We are going to do another tumbler test. This harkens back to a couple I've done already. And of course I don't have them here to show you. This was a premise originally put out by the Purple Stitch. I'll link to her channel below. I'll link to my previous videos below in the description. Okay, so the basic premise of the Purple Stitch's idea was, instead of doing an alcohol ink swirl tumbler the way most of us learn to do it by watching other people, which is you have your cup, you put resin on it, then you drop your alcohol inks on it, and the last thing you do is drop Piñata Blanco white alcohol ink on top of the colors, hit it with heat, and because the white is denser and heavier than the other alcohol inks, it moves around and it swirls everything with it. So you end up with a swirl cup. This is not a great example. It's the only one I happen to have right now. But then the Purple Stitch put out this idea. She said, what would happen if you put the white alcohol ink in the resin that goes on the tumbler, and you put all the other alcohol ink colors on top? Would you get the same swirls as if you put the white on top of everything, on top of the colors instead of underneath? So I tried that. I've tried it a couple times now. Again, I'll link to those below. And here is one example, and you certainly do get swirls. They may not be exactly the same at all, but you definitely get swirls still because the alcohol inks move around and the white underneath moves around and it takes everything with it. So I thought this was really pretty. I love how it looks. I wanted to do more of these. So that's what we're doing today. It's going to be a little different, however, because even though I will be putting white in the base coat that goes on the tumbler, and then for my alcohol inks, this is where I'm doing things a tiny bit different. I just got these and I'm looking forward to trying them out. These are Ranger alcohol inks, which I've used before, but these are different. These are all the new Pearlescent Ranger alcohol inks. So we have Deception, Villainous, and I think in this case we're talking Disney villain specifically. Envy, green. Blue is Tranquil, and yellow is Alchemy. So we have all of these, and they have metallic, really super ultra fine micas in them maybe. There's something in there that makes them pearlescent. So these won't be straight up alcohol inks. They will be alcohol inks with pearlescent elements in them. And we will see what happens. That's it. That's the whole test. So I'm going to gear up now, turn on all the ventilation and stuff. So sit back and enjoy the show. And we're back. All right, let's see how this turned out. I know it was swirling a lot when I put it to bed last night. All righty. Goodness, we got some swirls. Look at that. Now the thing I wanted to know is how much pearlescence was actually put into our cup by those alcohol inks. And I do see some. I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera or not. I think it is. If I get the sunlight just right here, you can see there are some pearlies. Lots of swirlies and some pearlies. I think it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. This is like something straight out of the 60s. These are mostly rainbow colors, but I was a little concerned because some of the colors don't work well together. Like purple and green can blend into brown. Red and green don't always mix well. I mean, they're great as Christmas colors, but they don't necessarily always play well together. But honestly, I think this turned out beautiful. I'm not sure I would rely on the Ranger Holt's Pearlescence alcohol inks for a lot of shimmer. There is absolutely some. And I love how this cup turned out. Once again, we definitely have swirls, even though the white alcohol ink was underneath instead of on top of the alcohol ink colors. But, we've got a lot of swirls. But if I was going to depend on these inks to add a lot of shimmer into this cup, I would be disappointed. So I won't do that. I'll use them, absolutely, and they'll provide a little bit of shimmer, but not a lot of shimmer. So, as a cup with alcohol inks, and question if we're getting swirls, yes, absolutely. Phenomenal swirling from this technique. Pearlescence, yeah, a little bit. What do you think, folks? What do you have in mind for me in terms of a theme for this or a decal? I'm thinking spring. I'm definitely thinking spring given all the cold weather and snow right now. So yeah, maybe some great big daisy decals or something. Or just think spring. I have like a psychedelic 60s type font. I think it's called bell bottom something. So maybe just think spring. Stay safe, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.